for organizing this conference and choosing a very relevant theme of this summit, which is very, very important in the today's contest that is governing in the mining sector. Let me give you a brief synopsis of the mineral industry in India and what are the governance related issues from the mining company's point of view, and what is the future if we are to cope up with the rising demands of the industry, whether it is the steel industry, power industry, how we have to enhance our mineral production in India, but by having the sustainable mining practices. As you know that India produces 86 varieties of minerals, including 4 types of fuel minerals, 10 varieties of metallic minerals, 46 varieties of non-metallic minerals, 3 atomic varieties of minerals, and 23 minor minerals. The country is holding abundant reserves of key minerals such as iron ore, bauxite, coal, dolomite, gypsum, limestone, mica, as well as the adequate reserves of chromite, manganese ore, zinc, and graphite. India ranks third in the world for production of coal, basically thermal coal, and fourth in iron ore and fifth in manganese ore production. Our share in the global coal production is roughly about 8%. Our share in the global iron ore production is roughly about 8%, and our share in the global manganese ore production is roughly about 7%. Today, the Indian mining sector is contributing to 2% of the India's GDP. Of course, this contribution of GDP, it varies. In countries like Brazil, Australia, China, it is ranging from 3% to 10%. If you see in the historical perspective, if you see the coal production used to be in the year 1991 about 200 million ton, and it has gone up to a level of about 550 million ton today. If you see iron ore, in the year 1991, it used to be about 55 million ton. It has gone up to a level of about 140 million ton. In fact, we had touched a level of about 200 million ton also about a couple of years back. Manganese ore from 1.5 million ton in the year 1991, it has gone up to a level of about 2.3 million ton. In fact, the value of minerals being produced in India, it is, if you see the value, it is about 2.23 trillion Indian rupees, which is roughly about 37 billion US dollar. It has been observed that if there is a 1% incremental growth in the mining sector, this will result in 1.4% growth in the industrial production, and this will result into 0.3% incremental growth in the GDP of the country. So that's the importance of the mining sector. And if you see that Indian mining sector, the CAGR last about 1 decade, it has grown at a CAGR of about 7%, whereas in a country like China and all, it has grown at a CAGR of about 20-22%. The Indian mining sector employs about 0.3% of the population, whereas the employment in other countries like South Africa, Australia, Brazil, it is ranging from 5% to 10%. India's spend on the exploration projects is very low. It is 0.3% of the global spend on the exploration in the mining sector, which is 19% in the case of Canada, 12% in the case of Australia, and thus this situation of a low spend on the exploration activity in India has led to a stagnant reserve base for all mineral categories. The real growth in the capex in India last 1 decade has been at the rate of about 7% CAGR, which has been in the range of about 28% in China, 23% in Australia, and 22% in Brazil. When we come to the exploration in India, I mean of the depth, it is restricted to about 50 to 100 meters, whereas it is to a level of 300 meters plus in countries like Australia, Brazil, China. In India, it takes about 5 to 8 years to get a mining lease, whereas it takes about 1 to 2 years in countries like Brazil and Australia. The mining sector in the last couple of years has been hit hard due to policy issues on a whole gamut of subjects, irrespective whether they are in the domain of the center or the states. As a result, mining projects across the country have remained stalled owing to court cases, environmental, regulatory and administrative procedures, inadequate infrastructure facilities, land acquisition, sustainability issues and many other factors. The sector has also been reeling under high borrowing cost. The states as on date are sitting on about 65,000 mining applications apart from those applications which are lying with the center. Despite having considerable reserves, the country today is grappling with shortage of natural resources. In the case of coal, our imports have doubled more than it has doubled more last 3 years in spite of having reserves of 293 billion ton. 60 years ago, India and China, we were at the same level of production, we were at the same level of reserves. Today, China produces about 3 billion ton of coal and we are producing about 560 million ton of coal, basically thermal coal I'm talking about. And this is falling short of the demand, which is roughly about 750 to 800 million ton of coal in India. And this is resulting to heavy imports of coal in India. If you see the iron ore, our demand for iron ore in India is roughly to a level of about 120 million ton. We used to produce about 200 million ton. We were exporting about 80 million ton to 100 million ton till a few years back. But then the export duty which are enhanced from 5% to 10% to 20% to 30%. And today the export duty is 30% on the export of fines and pellets, fines and lumps both. And thus the production levels have fallen to a level of about 120 million ton. And many of the mining restrictions which have been imposed in Goa, Karnataka and many other states, the level have fallen to a level of 120 billion ton and exports have fallen to a level of about 15 to 60 million ton, which used to be to a level of about 100 million ton. The policy of the government, as you know, has been to increase the export of value-added products, like on the export of pellets, the export duty 0%, but on the export of ore, the export duty today is 30%.